अलबेली सरकार की जय। श्रीमद् सतगुरु सरकार की जय। गुरुर् ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। कस्तूरी तिलकं ललाटपटले वक्षस्थले कौस्तुभम् नासाग्रे वरमौक्तिकं करतले वेणुः करे कंकणम् सर्वाङ्गे हरिचन्दनं सुललितं कंठे च मुक्तावली गोपस्त्री परिवेष्टितो विजयते गोपाल चूड़ामणिः नमः कमलनाभाय नमः कमलमालिने नमः कमलपादाय नमस्ते कमलेक्षण यो ब्रह्मणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रणोति तस्मै तद्गुणादिवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। We will do Kirtan for a couple of minutes and we will start the subject of today. राधारमण चित चोर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल राधारमण चित चोर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल Hari Bol So far it has been explicated that Bhagavad is the foremost scripture amongst all the scriptures of the world, because it is the scripture of pure bhakti. In all the scriptures, either there is the description of varnashram dharma, which takes us towards these celestial planets only, which are not the ultimate goal of our life, or the scriptures talk about the liberation, which is also not the ultimate goal of our life. The Bhagavad discards karma and jnana completely, and it suggests to follow the path of bhakti alone, because even if you are trying to follow the path of karma, you cannot realize God, you cannot attain God realization. You may say that all the scriptures say unanimously that there are three paths of God realization: karma, jnana and bhakti. Yes, there is one way that karma could be the helper to attain the ultimate goal of life of God realization. But when this karma is based on bhakti, when we are performing the karma, the actions according to the Vedas, but all the time, if the performance of karma is doing bhakti by heart, then it is called karma yoga. Means you are doing action with your hands and remembering God all the time, not sometimes. Like we can also claim that we are karma yogis because we are working in the world, but we are devotees also, we also remember God. But we cannot say that we are karma yogis, because the definition of karma yogi is Tribhuvan vibhava hetave pakuntha smriti rajitatma suradi bhirvimigyat na chalati bhagavat padhar vinda lava nimishardhamapi yassa vaishnavagriham. When we are remembering God continuously, all the time, performing the actions with our hands or the senses, but all the time our mind is attached to God, only then it will be called karma yoga. When Arjuna did karma yoga, only then he realized God. Lord Krishna suggested him to do karma yoga. If this is your duty to fight the battle of Mahabharata, but you have to remember me all the time. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu. He didn't say that you have to remember me for 1 hour or 2 hours or 3 hours. No, sarveshu kaleshu means all the time you have to remember me, and besides that you decha. Because this is also your physical duty, you can start your battle also. And when somebody is practicing karma yoga, only then he can realize God. It is like that. Suppose the doctor give you a medicine and he says that you can take it with the water or you can take it with the tea. So would you say that I'm well now because of the water or because of the tea? No. Main thing was the medicine. You took it with the water. In the same way, in Karma Yoga, main is bhakti. You are remembering God all the time. That is the main thing. And besides that, if you are doing your actions also, it's okay. In the same way, Jnana also can help us in realization of God when it becomes Jnana Yoga. Means when we are practicing devotion all the time, but besides that, we are going on the path of Jnana as well. Main thing is bhakti over there also. That's a matter apart, that the Jnanis do the bhakti of Nirakar Brahma. But either they do the bhakti of Nirakar, formless God, or Sakar Bhagavan with the form. Ekatvena prithaktvena bahudha vishvato mukham. Everybody has to do bhakti. Either you do the bhakti of Nirakar or Sakar. Without bhakti, no one can realize God. So Bhagavad discard. That's why it says that there is no need of having the burden of the rules of karma or the rules of knowledge. Simply you have to practice devotion. And it was also explained that in Bhagavad as well, 10th canto is momentous because all the beautiful leelas and the paths of bhakti are discussed in detail in 10th canto. In 10th canto also, the 5 chapters from 29 to 33 are most important because the innermost part of devotion, the highest ideal of devotion is depicted in these 5 chapters of last Panchadhyay. That is the most important part of Bhagavad. And we were discussing, we also discussed that what is the meaning of Maharaj and who can attend Maharaj. After that, it was also explained that the main qualification to be the deserving soul for Maharaj is complete self-surrender and selflessness. All the gopis, whoever attended Maharaj, they had these 2 virtues. They were completely self-surrendered and they were completely selfless. Self-surrendered means that we have to surrender ourselves. If we are surrendering only the things, whatever we have, then it is not self-surrender. When the person surrenders self, then he should not have the inkling of surrendering or the one who is surrendered. And then he would not care for anything because he does, only he sees Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna everywhere. When the mind is completely saturated with the thought of Shri Krishna, it means now the self is surrendered. And also explained that the meaning of selflessness means that to desire only whatever the desire of Shri Krishna, do whatever the desire, whatever pleases Shri Krishna. There is no desire at all for self-happiness. Abandonment of self-happiness completely is selflessness. This was the ideal of the gopis. So the gopis were taking test in Chirharan Leela because Shri Krishna had to teach us. He had to give a lesson to us that what is the meaning of self-surrender. And through the gopis, we learn that what is self-surrender. And after that, after 1 year, according to the promise of Shri Krishna to the gopis at the time of Chirharan Leela, the knights came over there to remind Shri Krishna that 1 year is over, and now according to your promise, you bestow the nectar of Maharaj to us now. And Lord Krishna saw the beauty of the night the moon, the atmosphere, everything, and he decided that yes, according to my promise, I will render this nectar of Maharaj to the deserving souls. And then he went to Shri Radharani to have permission, because without Shri Radharani, she is the Adhishthatri Devi, she is the chief deity of this pastime. Without Shri Radharani's presence, without Shri Radharani's permission, this Maharaj pastime cannot be played. That's why Sri Krishna has to go to Shri Radharani before the pastime of Maharaj. He puts his crown at the lotus feet of Shri Radharani to have permission. When he was permitted by Shri Radharani, then he played his flute. And this flute was very special, the sound of the flute. Although it went everywhere, it went in Brahma Lok, it went in the Netherland Lok, it went everywhere, but only those gopis heard it, and it went in the hearts of those gopis who were the deserving souls, and the sound came back with their hearts itself. So the gopis had no choice. As soon as they heard the sound of the flute, they came towards the direction where the sound was coming from. They were not going according to the flow of the sound. Rather, they were going against the flow towards the origin of the flow. They went over there, and Sri Krishna was playing his flute. He pretended as he does not know that all the gopis have come. He was playing his flute. After some time, when he opened his eyes, he stopped playing his flute. He saw thousands of gopis were there. Then he said, what's the reason? He started taking another test of the gopis. He asked some questions, and first of all, he asked the question and he suggested them to go back, scaring them for their body, the loss of their body, because that was the jungle. Many wild animals live there, many reptiles, the dangerous kind of reptiles are wandering there. That's why he suggested that they should go back. Because he was thinking, if they have a little bit attachment to their bodies, to their life, they will go back, they will be scared, and they will go back. But they didn't listen to Shri Krishna. Rather, they just smiled. Then he gave another allurement, and he said that you should go back to home, because this is your duty. If you will not follow your duty, if you will not serve your husbands and his family, then you will not even get the heaven. You will be defamed over here, and you will not make your pramarth as well. You will not attain heaven as well. So you should go back, because he was testing that if they have any desire of self-gratification, any desire of the comfort of the body or paralok, etc., then they will go back. But they didn't care for that as well. Then he said that it is paradharma, means the highest dharma for the ladies is to serve their husband. And he narrated a story also to scare them and to remind them that if you will follow pati dharma, if you will respect and serve your husbands, then you will attain the ultimate goal of your life. But the gopis, amongst the gopis, the third class gopis were the riches. They were the hymns of the Vedas. They could not be befooled like that. So Lord Krishna was telling all that, giving many kinds of allurements just to test if they are attached anywhere. But when the test was finished and he was still saying that I am telling you for your welfare that you should go back, otherwise you will be defamed over here and you will not attain, you will not make your life thereafter as well. That's why you must go back. Then the gopis started saying that you are talking about paradharma and you forgot that what is the definition of paradharma. Yayatma samprasidati. Paradharma is that which is good for your atma. Because there are two kinds of dharma, Shreya and Preya. Tayo Shreya adadanasya sadhur bhavati. The one who follows Shreya. Shreya means anything, to adopt anything which is good for your soul, which is needed by soul, which is the demand of the soul. And Shreya means anything which is good for the comfort of the body. Anything which is needed by the body is called Preya. Anything which is needed by the soul is called Shreya. Soul is divine. That's why it can demand only one thing which is divine. Divine is God. Divine is Shri Krishna. The soul wants the divine happiness. Divine happiness means Shri Krishna. Anando brahmeti vijana raso vaisa rasagvam evayam labdva nandi bhavati. Ananda roop madhyata vavasa. God himself, only God is Ananda. So the soul is demanding only for Anand. It is demanding only for God. In other words, it is demanding only for Shri Krishna. And those who are fulfilling the desire, the needs of the body, they cannot attain the ultimate goal of life. Because the husband, wife, the siblings, or the parents of this material world, they are very temporary. They are our relatives only up to this life. As soon as this life has gone, all the relations will be changed. The gopis were explaining that, and they were saying that you are talking about dharma. You don't even know that what is dharma. And paradharma is the Shreya dharma. And they also gave the example that if we are following the dharma illustrated in the Vedas, which are based on the caste system, if we are following that dharma, even then what will we get? Shramastasya shram phalam hedenamiva rakshata. Their shram, their labor will give the fruit of labor only. Will not get anything. Dharma samrishtita punsam vishwaksena kathasuya notpadaye dhyadhiratim shram eva hi kevalam. Anything you are doing in this world which does not create devotion in your heart, then it is only a labor. You are doing things for nothing at all. And the example of the great scholars of Mathura was given yesterday, that they did such a big yajna. How much labor is there? If we perform one yajna perfectly, there is so much labor. The Vedas say, Shadvis sampadyate dharmaste durlabh tarah kalau. There are 6 conditions. When you are going to perform any action of dharma, there are 6 conditions. And teti durlabh tarah kalau. Ati durlabh. They are extremely hard to follow, especially in Kali Yuga. What are those 6 conditions? Number 1, when we do some yajna, we have to recite some mantras. So the pronunciation of the mantras should be perfect. There should not even be even one mistake. It should be perfect. But that is also very difficult. The Sanskrit language is very scientific language. Each word and each letter should be pronounced exactly according to the science of pronunciation. And in Sanskrit grammar, there are altogether 12 kind of swar. Actually, the words which are pronounced, there are some rules. There are some letters which has to be pronounced with the help of lips, like pa, pa, ba, bha. There are few letters which should be pronounced only from the heart, gha, bha, dha, dha. There are some letters which are pronounced with the help of tongue, la. There are many, in the same way, there are some rules for all the letters. If we are simply, as we talk every day, if we are pronouncing those letters, they are completely wrong. There are some letters which are pronounced with the help of the teeth, like cha, cha, ja, ja. We do not mind it. We just pronounce as we can do. So when you are doing a yajna and not pronouncing correctly, then you will get the perverted result. Instead of getting good result, it will become a sin and you will be punished for that. That is very, very difficult. Like Shri Maharaj Ji taught us, like Sahasra Shiraka Purukha Sahasraksha Sahasrapat, although it is not all correct. Maharaj Ji will find 10 mistakes in this, but he taught us and we are better than others because Maharaj Ji taught us. So there are some swar also. Like in the music of this material world, there are 12 swar. Sharaj, Rishabh, Gandhar, Madhyam, Pancham, Dhaivat, Nishad. In the same way, there is also some Uddat, Anuddat, Uddat, Tanuddat. There are some swar. Now all the mantras should be pronounced according to their swar. Saparyaga Chukramakaya Mabrin Masna Viram Shuddham Apapa Viddham Kavir Manishi Paribhu Swayambhu. Every mantra is pronounced in a different way according to the swar. Very, very few people know about those swar as well. The third condition is Shuklam Yadravyam Tasmad Yajnamiritam, means the money, the wealth which is used for that performance should be pure money. Means if you lied to earn that money, or it is earned by dishonesty, or if it is earned by hurting someone, torturing someone, that kind of money is not honest money. It is almost impossible in this era to have such kind of money which is pure, which is completely pure. And mainly the big yajnas are done with that kind of money, dishonest money. And the more difficult thing is this, that when we are going to perform any yajna, it is most important to purify the place, because there is not a smallest part of this earth where somebody has not died. So, who knows what happened before on this part of earth where we are going to do the yajna. That's why purification of that part of the land is compulsory. For the purification of the part of the land, first of all, the Pandit should know that how to purify the water, where there are some special mantras and the method to purify the water. They should know all that. So when they purified the water, and after that they should know how should I purify that place with the water. There are special mantras and special method for that. That is more difficult. Where I haven't seen any Pandit who knows about it. And the still more difficult thing is this, that when they are going to perform any yajna, there is always, they have to focus on one devata. Whatever desire is, whatever your desire, for whatever purpose you are doing that yajna, according to that, suppose you are doing a yajna for rain, then you have to worship Indra. In the same way, whatever desire is behind that yajna, according to that we have to invoke a devata. When devata will come in that agni of yajna, when devata will come over there, only then he will give the boon of fulfillment of that desire. If devata cannot come, if you cannot invoke a devata, then who will fulfill your desire? Even if you are doing the yajna correctly, 100% correctly, but the devata is not there, the one who has to give the boon, who has to fulfill your desire, is not there, then who will fulfill your desire? That's why it is also compulsory to know that how to invoke the devata of that yajna. So there are many other conditions where they are very, very difficult conditions which everybody has to follow. So after doing so much labor, even then, what will you get? Nothing at all. If there is a single mistake in doing, then it will be sin and you will be punished. And even if it is perfect, the maximum what you can get is heaven, and that is also a place of temporary happiness. And again you have to come down in the same cycle of death and birth. Then what is the use of doing all that, so much labor? There is no use of doing so much labor. So all the dharma karma are wasted. The gopis said that you are talking again and again that this is your dharma, this is your paradharma, go back, go back, go back. All the time you are saying that. But this is the condition of the karmis, those who are following the path of karma. The yogis are greater than those who are following the path of karma, because their sadhana is for the control of mind. The yogis, yoga chitta vritti nirodha. The yoga helps in controlling the mind. And then they meditate upon, according to the Yoga Shastra of Patanjali, they have to meditate upon the divine form of Mahavishnu. So those who are the yogis, they go to Vaikuntha Lok. But Yunjana, the Bhagavad says that even those who are practicing devotion, pranayamadhi karma bhi, if they are doing pranayam, etc., even then, dishyate punaruthitam, akshina vasanam rajan, dishyate punaruthitam. They practice to control their mind. There are 8 steps of yoga. Yam, niyam, asan, pratyahar, pranayam, dhyan, dharana, samadhi. First of all, they have to practice yam. Yam means control your senses. Our senses are running towards the matters of the world very fast. If they are running, they are allured towards the matters of the world, then how can they meditate upon the divine form of Mahavishnu? So first of all, you have to control your senses. They are bothering us a lot. You can control a little bit when the thing is not in front of you. But as soon as the matter comes, then it becomes very hard to control your sense. You are controlling your tongue, and Rasgulla is in front of you. All the scrumptious food is in front of you. Now it is hard to control your tongue. In the same way, it happens with all our senses. If the sense subject is in front of you, then it is very hard to control. So the yogis, those who follow the path of yoga, first of all, they control their senses. And now, niyam. The second thing is niyam. They bind themselves in some rules, which is called self-discipline. They have to bind them. That what time you have to get up, what time you have to sleep, what time you have to eat, what time you have to not eat, everything, for everything, each and every minute. They made a timetable for them and they go according to that. Because this is also a way to control your senses and your mind. So, niyam. Now you are controlling, by niyam, you are controlling your senses and mind also. And then pratyahar. Pratyahar means total control on mind. Now you are bringing your mind back from the matters of the world. Now you try to make it understand that these matters of the world cannot give you happiness. So all the time we have to make it understand. In that way we have to bring our mind back from the material matters. Then pranayam. I have explained it that the 5 vital air in the body, they control all the systems, they keep in right position all the cells and the organs, etc. So the yogi practices to control the breath, because there are many hand postures, the mudras, they are called mudras. And with those mudras, they control all the 5 air. And they also control the air according to their wish. If they want to live without breathing for 1 hour, 2 hours, 8 hours, they can do that. Gradually they do this practice. That is called pranayam. So yam, niyam, asan, pratyahar and pranayam. These 5 things are to keep the body perfect, because they say if your body is not good, if body is not healthy, it's not perfect, if your body is aching or some disease is there, then how would you meditate upon the divine form of God? So these are material, they are physical. And then the 6th one is dhyan, then dharana, then samadhi. Dhyan means meditation. So mostly you must have heard in many yoga sadhanas that they teach now you have to meditate, and they tell the meaning of meditation that you have to empty your mind, meditate upon, focus upon nothing. Nothing should come in your mind, which is impossible. Nahi kaschit chharamapi jatu tishthatya karmakrit. The mind cannot be inactive even for a fraction of a second. It is unnatural, impossible. But they say that you have to focus on nothing. Just imagine, if you are focusing on nothing, then you will get nothing. If you will, whatever you will think, wherever you will meditate, only you will get the same thing, then you will get the result of the same thing. If you are meditating upon the form of God, then you will get the result of God. If you are meditating upon the form of a Devata, celestial God, then you will get their result. But if you are thinking about a material being, then you will get the result of a material being. But if you are not thinking about anything at all, you are thinking about nothing, then you will get nothing at all. That's why they do so much sadhana and they control their mind. And sometimes they do so much sadhana that they get so much power that they just keep their mind like dormant, completely inactive, and they try to meditate on the form of Mahavishnu, or they form on nothing. So what happens? That Shukdev Ji is telling to Parikshit Ji that Akshina Vasanam Rajan Drishyate Punuruthitam. After some time, their mind goes again in the world. They did so much sadhana, yam, niyam, asan, pratyahar, pranayam, dhyan, but their mind goes again in the world. This is the condition if bhakti is not there. If you have bhakti, if you are doing bhakti, if you are focusing on Mahavishnu's form with bhakti, then God will take care of you. That's why there are less chances of downfall. But if nobody is there to take care of yourself, then naturally you will fall down and your mind will again go in the material world. And the gopis are saying, there is one more thing which are higher than the yogis as well. They are Jivan Mukta, Amalatma Paramhans. Jivan Mukta Paramhans. Jivan Mukta means those who have attained knowledge. They have attained the full knowledge, their mind has become pure, and now they meditate upon the spot of light, and as soon as they will leave this body, they have realized, they know now that who is God. In Gita it is written, we know God in three ways. There are three kinds of knowing God. Gyatum, Drashtum, cha tattvena, praveshtum cha parantapa. Arjun, there are three ways. Gyatum. Number one, to know God. Gyatum. So, the Jnanis, most of the Jnanis know. We do not know much about God, but the Jnanis know. Know means they know what they know. We say that God is Sarvavyapi, He is omnipresent, but all the time we are lying, we are doing all the wrong things. Why? Because we say God is omnipresent, but we don't feel. We have no true knowledge that God is omnipresent. Otherwise, we could not do anything wrong in our life. So, they really know. They attain real knowledge, Gyatum. And then number two, Drashtum. They can see also. They can see God. And then Praveshtum. Then they enter, they merge into the Supreme God. So these Jnani, who are called Jivan Mukta, they know fully about God. And in their trance, they can see God also. But they will merge into God only when they will leave this body. When the time of this body will be finished, after that they will attain mukti. So such kind of jnani also, jivan mukta api punarbandhanam yanti karmavi. Sometimes, because as I explained before, this kind of jnani they have crossed two parts of Maya, the Rajas and Tamas. But they are in Sattvic guna of Maya. So a little bit Maya is still over there. So they can again come in the same material world. Maya can capture them still now. there are some chances. So they do so much labor because there are 8 classes of Gyan. And they have to cross all of them. But even then, they can fall down. Ye neravindaksha vimuktamaninas tvayasta bhavada vishuddha buddhaya aruhya krichrena param padam tata patantyadho nadrita yushmadangraya tathanate madhavatavakah kvachit brashyanti marga tvaivaddha sauda त्वयाभिगुप्ता विचरन्ति निर्भया विनायकानि कपमूर्ध सुप्रभो. These jnanis aruhya krichrena param padam tata. They have lots of difficulty. The path of knowledge is extremely difficult. So to pass each and every class, they have to do a lot of labor. Krichrena. With great difficulty, they pass one after one class and then they reach Titiksha, etc. in the higher classes. But still, Aruhya Krichrena Param Padam Tata Patantyadho. Any time they can fall down. But what happens with your devotees? Tathanate madhavatavaka kvachit brashyanti marga tvaivaddha sauda. You are taking care of them all the time. That's why they have no worry. Tvaya vigupta vicharanti nirbhaya. Because they are always protected by you. Tvaya vigupta means they are all the time protected by you. That's why vicharanti nirbhaya. They wander, they live without any fear because they know the hand of Almighty is on their head. So they don't worry. So, Shri Krishna, it is so difficult to go through the rules of the Vedas, to follow the Dharma, etc. And you are telling us again and again to go back. Be merciful to us and you should accept us and start the same thing for which we have come. We have come over here for Maharaj. You promised us to give Maharaj. Please do that with us. Sinchanganastva madharamrita purakena hasavalok kalgita jihachyagnim noche virajagnipyukta deha dhyane yama padavim padayo sakhete. They are threatening Shyam Sundar now. They said, if you will not do that now, if you would not listen to us, you will not, we are parching, our lips are parching due to viraha, because we are so much distressed at this time. So please, hasavalok kalgita jihachyagnim, by your sweet language, by your song, by your sweet smile, by your wishing eye glances, jihachyagnim, you have to quench this fire of separation. Otherwise, we will leave our body and dhyane, only by meditation, we will enter your lotus feet forever. So if all of us will do like that, we will leave our body, then you will be blamed for our death. Everybody would say, you are the murderer of all the gopis. So if you want to save your reputation, you should start there. And there is one more question. If you have any answer to that question, give me answer, then we will go back. We will not say you to give Maharaj rest. What is that question of in the last? Then the gopis are saying, Kastrangate kalpadayat murchitena sammohitar charitan nachale trilokyam trailokya saubhagamidam Chaniksharupam Yad Godvij Drumamriga Pulakanya Bibrat. They are saying, tell me the name of one lady. Whoever is that, the most sovereign ladies like Uma, Rama, Brahmani, Kali, Kapali, etc., etc. Whoever is there, whatever name you remember, tell us one name who saw you or you who heard the sound of your murli and who did not offer herself to you forever. Is there anyone who was not enchanted by your beauty, or who was not enchanted by your sound of murli? Is there any lady? No one is there. So if we are also enchanted by the sound of murli or by your beauty, etc., then why are you not accepting us? You should also behave according to our bhavana, according to our sin. And not only we are the only one who were enchanted. Yad go dvija druma mrigaha. See, the animals, they are less intelligent than us. We are less intelligent than Uma, Rama, Brahmani, etc. They are enchanted, and we have less intelligence. We don't even know that you are Bhagwan or something like that. And we were also enchanted, and forget about that also. The animals who do not have any kind of knowledge, then when they look at you, their heart also fills with love. They can also not control on their consciousness. They also become unconscious, looking towards you. They forget their naturality. Shri Maharaj Ji has written in a bhajan when Shyam Sundar is coming back after kissing the cows, and all the cows are coming with Shyam Sundar. They are looking towards Shyam Sundar. So they forgot about their own cows. Rather, their heart is filled with the love of Shyam Sundar. So what happened? Vatsa prema rasa purna surabhithan Medini chir chuavat dusari dhuri bhari ayavat Vatsa prema rasa puri surabhithan Medini chir chuavat Dhusari dhuri bhare hariyavat. The cows, they have that vasalya prem, the love for a child in their heart, and the milk is oozing from their udders. So much vasalya, so much love for Shri Krishna is there, that without their calf, they are not drinking the milk. The calves are not drinking the milk. They are not even touching the udders of the cows. But because of the love for Shri Krishna, they are going on the road behind Shyam Sundar, and their udders are, the milk is oozing from the udders of the cows. This is the condition of the animals. A cow is having the grass. A cow is drinking the milk of his mother. And what happened at the same time, Lord Krishna played his flute. Then the cows forget to drink the milk. They stop drinking milk, and their ears, they have big ears, their ears become like a bowl, dona. In Hindi it is called dona. They made their ears like dona, and they were listening to the beautiful sound of the flute of Shri Krishna. They drowned in the bliss of the sound of the flute. And on the other hand, the cows were, when the cows were drinking the milk from their udders, that time the cows were eating the grass. When they heard the sound of the flute, they stopped eating the grass. Their mouth was opened and they were also enjoying the sound of the flute. This is what happens. When he goes from somewhere, all the peacocks start dancing. We have seen this scene in Radha Madhav Dham also, when Shri Maharaj Ji was there. Every day, they knew that what time Maharaj Ji is coming out. And all the peacocks were standing in line. When Maharaj Ji was coming out, they were coming out and they were dancing. Every day. 2 peacocks were standing towards the side big window. Every day. Whenever Maharaj Ji was going back to his room, they were standing there and Maharaj Ji had to give darshan to them. We have seen this kind of scenes with Shri Maharaj Ji. So, nothing to explain about it. They are saying, Yat go dvij druma vigaha. Even this is the condition of the calves and the cow also. And forget about them also. The trees, they are inert. If you are going somewhere, having very nice clothes, very good makeup and ornaments, etc., and somebody would say you, see, this rose is very happy to see you dressed, then you will laugh. You will think that this person is joking. How can a rose be happy to see my clothes? But when Shri Krishna goes from there, it happens so. Because they also have life. It is true that they also have life. They also see, they have all sentiments. Also, they cannot see anything. They cannot move. But they are seeing everything. And when Shyam Sundar was coming from there, when he was playing his flute, all the trees, the plants, the flowers, they used to sway like this. When Shyam Sundar was passing through the forest, then the trees were leaving their leaves as if they are welcoming Shyam Sundar. Shri Maharaj Ji has also described this scene. What happens when Shri Krishna played his flute, then what happened to all of them? Those who are mobile or immobile, those who are inert or they have life, what happened to them? Shri Maharaj Ji has written in a pad, is a beautiful pad, Madhur dhuni murali bajavat kaan Madhur dhuni dhuni suni vidhi hari har sav mohi छुट्यो ज्ञानी जन ध्यान मधुर धुनी मुरली बजा वर्त कान धुनि सुनि विधि हरि हर. It went in the ears of Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar as well. And they also start swaying. They were also very much happy. They could not feel like that where this sound is coming from. It is so ecstatic. They felt like that, but they had no right to come in the Maharaj. They didn't know where the sound is coming. They knew this sound belongs to Shri Krishna. But where is he? Where he is playing this flute from? Where should we go? They have no right. It was beyond their jurisdiction. But Shankarji could not resist. He could not control his mind, and he went, he reached over there, and even he had to change the form of his body. He had to become a gopi. He became a gopi to have that bliss. So Duni Suni Han Vidhi Hari Har Sam Mohe और छुट्यो ज्ञानी जन ध्यान. There were many Paramhans, great Jnanis, Shukadik, Janakadik. There were many great Paramhans. They also heard the sound of Murli and they forgot about their trance. They could not meditate upon where they were meditating before. Now there was some restlessness in their mind. Where this sound is coming. It was so attractive that it was impossible for them to meditate on the Nirakar form of God. And what happened? Jangam Jiva Bhai Jad Sigare Jad Jangam Sunitan Madhur Dhuni Murali Bajavat Kan. All the Jangam Jiv Bhai Jad Sigare. Jangam is mobile, all the creatures who can move. They become still. They were still to hear the sound of the Murli, so their body became still because they forgot to move. And Jad Jangam Sunitan, and the Jad Jiv, like the wood, like the stone, they started melting. They became Jangam, they became mobile. So Jangam Jiva Bhai Jad Sigare Jad Jangam Sunitan Madhur Dhuni Murali Bajavat Kan. And what happened to the gopis? As I have described before, Jo jaise hi taise hi uthi dhai. Jo jaise hi taise hi uthi dhai. Gopin taje kul kaan madhur dhuni murali bajavat kaan madhur dhuni. And the other planets, Chandradik ka nij gati bhulan. Nabh tara gan Chandradik kaha nij gati bhulan. All these planets, they keep on moving. But when they heard the sound of the Murli, then Chandrama, the stars, and the sky, everyone forgot to move. They all became still. And they will still for one kalp. They were not doing anything for one kalp, and they could not realize that we are not moving for one kalp, because the entire world was sleeping at that time. The entire Braj was sleeping. Everybody was sleeping because of the Yog Maya power of Shri Krishna. So everybody was sleeping there. And nobody knew. So this was the condition of the Jad and Jangam, the mobile or immobile creatures. This was the condition of the great sovereign people like Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, etc. this was the condition of the gopis were anyway, they had no inkling of their body because their mind was stolen by Shri Krishna already. So this was the condition of all the people at the time when Lord Krishna played his murli. Now the gopis are saying that when everybody is like that, everybody is enchanted, everybody has lost his consciousness after listening to the flute, then why are you rejecting us alone? So Sinchang Nasto Madharamrita Purakena Hasavalok Kalgita Jashyagnim No Ched Viraja Nipyukta Deha. Otherwise we will leave our body and you will be blamed for that. Then Lord Krishna liked all this because now he was happy to see that their decision is very firm. They are not attached anywhere at all. He has taken test many times and now he showed prahasya. He smiled and by his smile he showed them that yes, you are right and now you will get whatever you have to attain because I was going to give the ras of Maharaj to you. So you will get the ras of Maharaj now. So, iti viklavitam shutva tasam yogeshwareshwaraha prahasya sadayam gopi ratma ramupyari ramat. Here, with Deviji is saying that after listening to this prahasya, he smiled and sadayam. He was very merciful to the gopis. He thought they love me so much, but still they are having so much hard time because I have to test from every point of view because I am going to give the highest bliss. There is nothing beyond Maharaj's bliss. It is inaccessible even to Brahma, Shankar, etc. I am going to give that bliss to them. That's why I had to take test. So he was very merciful towards the gopis and prahas sadayam gopi. And then yogeshwareshwara iti viklavitam shrutva tasam yogeshwareshwara. Shri Krishna is Yogeshwareshwar. There are many yogis, but Shankarji is Yogeshwar. He tops against all the yogis. The maximum power of yogi means the full control on mind and everything. They can do anything, but their position never deviate. So he was Yogeshwar. But Shri Krishna is Yogeshwareshwar. He is above the state of Shankarji as well. He does everything. He accepted to frolic with the gopis in Maharaj. He accepted to fulfill all their desires in Maharaj, but still he was in his own condition. As he is Atmaram, Purnakam, Param Nishkam. He is Atmaram. He does not need anything from outside. He is self-satisfied completely. Whatever he wants, everything is inside him. So he is Atmaram, Purnakam. There is no desire of Sri Krishna because all the desires are fulfilled in his own Atma. He is Atma Ram Purnakam, Param Nishkam. So he is Yogeshwareshwar. So being Yogeshwareshwar, there is one name of Shri Krishna is Achyut. And the meaning of the word Achyut is who never comes down from his position. Like he became the driver of the chariot of Arjun, but still his position was the same. Still Arjun was knowing, still Arjun was respecting him like Achyut, like you are my Lord. He said also, Senayor Vayor Madhye Ratham Stapayamechyuta Achyuta. Although I am ordering you, because you are sitting on the seat of a driver, and I am sitting on the seat of a Mali, of the owner. So that's why I am bound to order you because you are driving my chariot. That's why I'm telling you that please take my chariot in the center of both the armies. But Achyut, he is using the word Achyut for Shri Krishna, means still you are my Lord. So Shri Krishna is Yogeshwareshwar. Now he is going to start the pastime of Maharaj. That's why it was necessary to tell that Shri Krishna, the same Shri Krishna is going to do Maharaj, who is Yogeshwareshwar. He has so much control on his senses that whatever he does doesn't matter. His position, his condition can never deviate. So he accepted to do Maharaj, and then when he said that he has accepted, and after that he assumed millions of forms of himself according to the number of the gopis. And he was seen with each gopi individually. Each gopi was feeling and seeing that Shri Krishna is standing with me alone. All the gopis felt the same thing, that Shri Krishna is standing with me alone. He is trying to please me alone. He is talking so lovingly to me alone. He is putting on all the makeup on me alone. So the gopis thought like that, and Shri Krishna made them feel like that. So after that, when he assumed the millions of form, and he situated with each gopi individually, after that, now the Maharaj is going to be started, but we will start it tomorrow. बोलिए श्रीमद् सतगुरु सरकार की जय, श्रीमद् युगल सरकार की जय, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे. आरती प्रीतम प्यारे हनुमारी मतवारी, आरती प्रीतम प्यारे की जय, श्रीमद सतगुरु सरकार की जय, ममतामयी प्यारी प्यारी अम्मा की जय, भक्ति धाम मनगढ़ की जय, निकुंज विहारिणी अलबेली सरकार की जय। जय जय